is. Okay. All right, welcome everybody. Tonight's our whiskey winter wonderland. We're going to do some spiced whiskeys. We will be starting with the Kings County. It's the lowest proof tonight. It's only at 80 proof, so we'll get that one opened up.
Okay. This one sounds interesting to me because I like Kings County.
Yeah, I think Kings County does some cool stuff, and they didn't want to just do another cinnamon whiskey, so they just kind of threw all the baking spices in here. They did
Yeah.
the cinnamon, the cardamom, I'm never going to say that word right, nutmeg, black peppercorns, cloves, star anise. They did a whole bunch of different things in here, so I think it's going to be really interesting.
That is explosive on the nose. There's a lot going on there. That's
It
all
really
coming
just
through.
smells like, if you've ever done like a simmer pot with like the oranges and spices, that's just what it smells like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It smells great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do that simmer pot thing at the house.
And it smells good all day.
Yeah.
I feel like you could totally use this, and like my mom makes that like cider during the winter, and I feel
Oh,
Oh
like
yeah, like the old cider.
yeah,
Man.
Yeah. This feels like it's already ready to go. Just heat it up. You don't need to add any spices.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's taste. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is good. I get a lot of that licorice from like the star anise. It has like that licorice taste. I get a lot of that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. It's kind of like you get that orange sweetness up
Absolutely.
front. Yeah. And
And
then
there's some citrus in there, some orange.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can start getting the other things kind of
Yeah.
working its way back.
It's pretty balanced. You don't get a lot of, of any one thing. You, like you said, you taste one thing and then you taste something else. So
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not Mr. Bill, but I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
Well, he's not here, so someone can fill in. So
Yeah, we
Yeah.
sat with him and Donna Saturday night at that event.
that's good. Yeah, this is pretty darn good.
Kind of has like a little like I don't know, like gin flavor to it.
Like
Yeah.
botanicalness. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like I think this would be good. Like if you're like in the mood for a cocktail, but you're home and don't want to make a cocktail, be like, I'll just get that because it has so many other non-whiskey flavors in it.
Mhm.
I thought the same thing. It tasted like a cocktail already. That,
Mhm.
You know, just put some ice in there and then you're good to
Yeah,
go.
you could like
Yeah.
put a cinnamon stick in it or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they did a good job with that. It wasn't like overly spicy and all the flavors play really nicely together.
Yeah. It feels holiday-esque, I'll say that. So this is
Mhm.
definitely one you could pour at a holiday party for sure.
Yep. Save some of it. We'll come back to it. We'll let it open up a little bit, see if it changes, gets better, gets worse as we go
Okay.
through the other ones. I always forget to tell people that at the beginning, and they're like, well, I drank all of it. I'm like, well, my bad. So next up, it's next in proof is the Wild Turkey spiced whiskey. It comes in at 86 proof.
Okay.
And they stopped, what was it, 2013, Steve? They stopped putting this one out.
Yeah, you do still see it on the shelves though. So I assume that's I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Danny. What is
Too old
it?
to buy.
These are the ones that
I have no
sell.
idea. I've never tried this one.
You never
yet.
try it. You see it out there. I see it around in St. Louis on the
Yeah.
shelves.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, it's still out there. You can get it, but
Some stores have been putting it on and going, damn, we're putting the same 6 bottles out every year. Nobody buying it.
They're like, we got to dust them off every now and then.
yeah. Yeah. Different experience on the nose on this one.
Absolutely.
This is very different than the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after that first one, this one's like really unimpressive on the nose. I just don't get a lot.
Yeah.
Might be
More-
like a hot toddy or something that really doesn't have a lot of fragrance.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a hot toddy low in the toddy.
Very, very subdued.
Kind of get a
Yeah.
little bit like gingerbread-ish.
Gingerbreadish. Okay.
Mhm. Like something kind of sweet. Like there's more sweetness than spice for this one for me.
Definitely very
Almost-
muted compared to the first one.
Mhm.
Molasses cookie.
Yeah.
It's almost like buttery gingerbread. I can get some
Just
butter.
getting ready
off
to say
that.
buttery. Yeah.
Yeah. which
That's what I
is
thought hot
not what
toddy.
you'd expect with the spiced whiskey thing we got here.
Yeah. I'm still
Right.
taking the first one.
All right, let's
But
go
a
ahead and
whiskey-
taste this one.
Okay. Boy, it tastes like ice cream or something. It doesn't
Mhm.
taste like it's
A
spiced
lot
whiskey.
of
Vanilla ice
in
cream.
your
Vanilla
face.
ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
on
yeah.
the back end? It's like you taste it and then there's something on the back. I don't know what that is.
Waffle cone.
Is that what it is?
It's the cone for the ice cream, Chris.
Yeah.
It's like homemade vanilla ice cream.
There you go.
It is. And it
Yeah,
has
it's
that
not-
mouthfeel too. Like it's got really like that thick mouthfeel that also
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
feels
very thick
like ice
mouthfeel.
cream.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
weird.
Doesn't have that much of a nose though, but it's very flavorful.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Tyler?
It's definitely not as potent as the Kings County.
No,
Mhm.
no, that was a flavor spice bomb, but this one, it's different. Yeah.
It's really, really pleasant. It just doesn't taste like a bourbon and it doesn't taste like something that's spiced.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if we had
Feels like-
tasted this one first, we might have been thinking differently. But that first
Yeah.
one was just so fragrant coming out of the bottle. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll save this one. We'll hit it before the first one. We'll come back to it.
McNew may be drunk already. I don't know. It's,
We'll come back in a different order.
Christmas cheer. I tell you, the one thing I do get, and I just assume it's the Wild Turkey's always a high rye bourbon. So I assume that you get a little bit of rye spice at the end, I think, kind of on your tongue. I feel that, but that's probably just normal Wild Turkey
Yeah.
taste.
The spice does come through.
Hmm.
It's very mild.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
That's very, very interesting. Totally not as build. Yeah.
No.
Yes. The first one, you read it and you taste it, you'd be like, yes, that matches up. This one I wouldn't necessarily equate
Yeah.
to being a spiced whiskey.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have called this a spiced whiskey. Be like,
No, maybe that's why it's discontinued.
maybe
Maybe they
like, you mislabeled that.
Wild turkey
I mean,
Haagen-Dazs
you can still
special.
find them on the shelves.
Yeah, that's why we can still find it this is how many years later. So yeah. So what were you saying, Legend? It should be that like Wild
It's a
Turkey.
Wild turkey Haagen-Dazs special, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they should have tried working with one of the ice cream manufacturers, premium stuff.
Yeah. Graders isn't too far from them. Graders in
Mhm.
Cincinnati have a grader special. Good.
Yeah.
Raiders is good. I like that.
Yeah, they got good.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, let's jump into this new riff. They're our highest proof tonight. It's at 100 proof.
Okay.
And this one had a really interesting mash bill. They used malted oat and malted chocolate or chocolate malt. So it's 65% corn, 20% malted oats, 7% pale ale, 5% steel cut oats, and then 3% chocolate malt. So I'm excited
That's
to
crazy.
see it taste chocolatey. They put a lot in this.
A lot of weird, unusual grains.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
can definitely get
Peppermint
the oat
patty
on the
meets
grain,
whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was reading about it, they said that they wanted to, like, I guess they had some brewers on there. They wanted to take like how you throw all this crap into a beer to see if they could bring that to this as well.
Okay.
This one seems like a really mild nose to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something interesting there though.
A little
Definitely
It's
get
the oat, yeah.
minty or menthol.
Menthol.
Almost
What'd
like
you say?
you pick up the brewer's yeast.
Brewer's yeast. Okay. What'd you say, Chris?
I say it's the oat,
Yeah.
definitely. Because I mean, the steel cut oats, I definitely smell the oat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those oats always make for an interesting mouthfeel. And usually a whiskey's pretty rich when it has that.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting to taste for sure.
I'm almost scared.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's a lot happening.
I think
Let's give this one a try, see what's happening here.
Okay.
it's York peppermint patty meets whiskey.
Hmm.
Also a little jalapeno taste. I don't know where that would come from out of all that stuff.
No.
That's
At
interesting.
least Navidad whiskey.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really
I was.
dry.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this one, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
But
Same.
it's so much different than the other two.
Well,
Yeah.
the other two are flavored. This is not flavored, so.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that dryness you get, like after you sip it, like your whole mouth is dry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very drying.
I was really good. I was hoping there would be more chocolate. I was like, oh, chocolate malt. I'm so excited. And I don't get it at all.
I get a lot of caramel out of it.
Caramel.
I think my taste buds are broken.
I'm picking up the maltiness of the chocolate, but not so much the chocolate.
Right.
Mhm.
Kind of just tastes like a corn husk to me.
Corn husk.
Yeah, I was hoping for like if you've had Mexican chocolate, like it's a little bit of like a spicy chocolate.
Mhm.
Like that's what I was
Yep.
hoping for, and I don't get it at all.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
it's
remember when they're
definitely-
talking about chocolate malt, that's how much it's roasted. There is no chocolate in it.
Oh, but usually you can still pick out
Get
that
them.
flavor
Yeah.
a little
That
bit.
dark
I don't know
chocolate.
if they tell
Yeah.
you you're supposed to if it's but I still get it sometimes, but not with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the ones that Dave does, you can taste the chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Like you can get chocolate
Mhm.
notes off of still 630 ones that use that. I don't get chocolate off this.
I
at
don't
all.
know. What? One more time on the grains, quickly. What were they again?
Yeah, so there was 65% corn, 20% malted oats, 7% pale ale oats, 5% steel cut oats, and 3% chocolate malt.
I guess the pale ale oats. I am getting kind of a spicy taste to it too. I would guess that's the pale ale oats because I don't know what those are actually. so-
Yeah, some of them I'm like, there's
Right.
a
Well, that's gonna
billion
be light
kinds of
toasted
oats in
oats.
here. Got some oats.
I expected a different mouthfeel. I thought it would be richer, thicker.
Right. Mhm,
It's actually kind of thin.
mhm.
Yeah. I do get some spice though on the back end. Like the more I drink it, like
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
more
saying.
spice
Yeah,
I'm feeling.
Yeah, it goes into a hug.
it does.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's good. I
I
like it.
like it.
I like it. Okay. Danny, what do you think?
It's decent.
Quite a like.
That's going to be on their commercial now. Yeah, they're going to be running a commercial online, and it's Danny going to be. It's decent. It's decent.
Freddie
Yeah.
Mills says it's decent.
Yeah.
Tyler, what do you think of this one?
It's probably my favorite. It's the one I was looking forward to the most
Mhm.
Yeah.
out of this
I was
whole.
really looking forward to this one. I don't know if it's my favorite though, but
That's the one I thought was going to be my favorite, but I don't think that it is my favorite.
Kind of grows on you.
Yeah.
And the more I
Yeah.
drink it, the more I'm
yeah, the more it does.
You're
At
craving it
first,
now.
I was,
Yeah.
I was a
Right.
little
Like, I
put off
think-
at first.
I think if this was like the first thing that I tasted or the only
Mhm.
thing that I tasted, I probably wouldn't had the initial feeling that I had, but since we tasted the others that were kind of more like spicy, fruity, I think it just
Yeah, and with it being New Riff, like as soon as I open a bottle of New Riff, whether it's a single barrel or a pick or something, I'm like, I'm gonna be in love with it because New Riff does great things.
Oh yeah.
It just
Agreed.
wasn't like an immediate love affair. This was like, maybe I'll like you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, decent.
Decent. Yeah.
decent. For
It-
sure.
I think that too, as you sit here, if you take a drink and then you just sit around, you do get the kind of the slow build up hug,
Mhm.
which is interesting, and then kind of almost like a minty taste in your mouth too.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, because then was it Melanie that said it's like a York peppermint patty?
oh okay, yeah,
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 she
but
said
got
that.
the chocolate, but yeah, I got the minty menthol on the nose.
Mhm.
I can see that.
yeah. That's an interesting one for sure.
It is.
You could do a whole college class just on this one.
Yeah, let's
What's
let's
going on
dissect.
there? Yeah, you know how they'll have like a class on the, a song or something like that by
Yes.
Miss American Pie or whatever it is. The whole class on that. So we'll do a whole class on this whiskey.
Giving out credits now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, let's,
Professor McNew.
yeah, I'd be a great professor. All right, save some of that. We're going to leave the Kings County for a minute because I want to try this wild turkey without the Kings County overpowering it first.
Okay.
So go back to that wild turkey pour.
It's
I'm loving the
You know,
nose on this.
the nose is very unique, right? It's
Uh-huh.
It's
like-
just, it smells
like-
like straight up vanilla. It smells amazing.
vanilla cookies and all right. It's
Yeah.
almost like vanilla with icing.
Vanilla
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, I wish
Vanilla
I could
Laffy
just,
Taffy,
like
yeah.
pour this into like one of my air wicks and make my house smell this way. It smells really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vanilla
Make it
bakery
that
chocolate.
stronger.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like when you go to the Rick House, you always want that smell. And they do all kinds of different candles and stuff like that. And they'll even have ones that say Rick House, but it never smells like that. I want
Yeah.
it to smell like that. Or another one, I was at Ted Drew's because they do a Christmas tree lot in the winter. It's the ice cream place here. Man, the smell of that pine that from all those
Yeah.
trees and all those garlands and wreaths and stuff. I love it. Danny doesn't like it. Danny doesn't like weird. Like who doesn't like orange? But Danny doesn't like orange. He doesn't like
I hate
pine.
orange. I hate orange.
How do you hate
Yay,
orange?
McNew.
I
Thank
yeah,
you.
cheers, Danny. I'm not an orange.
But Danny
fan.
likes blood orange.
He likes
Yes,
blood orange.
Yeah. so-
I can do blood orange. It's not, it doesn't taste the same as a regular orange.
Yeah,
Okay.
I find orange
I
very
found that
off-putting.
out.
I don't like orange juice either.
I now know two people in my whole life, 53 years, that don't like orange, and they're right here, right now in front of me.
I don't like it. Like I like some mimosas, but I'll do cranberry juice instead of orange juice because I cannot stand orange. Don't like it.
I was at a distillery there in Colorado. I forget which one it was, but the lady was having me try a flight of her stuff, and then she's like, "I got to run this by you." She goes, "Add this in there." She's like, "This is a blood orange," and I'm like, "I hate orange." She goes, "Okay." She goes, "Will you at least try it?" I'm like, "Okay." So I did pour it in there, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that's not bad. It doesn't taste like orange at all." And then she's like,
Mhm.
"Okay, well, we're done with that then."
I can't, yeah.
That wasn't what I was wanting. So
Yeah.
she totally changed everything up then.
So speaking of things, Steve, though, we need your daughter to do a bourbon air spray. She did that mint one you posted. I need one that's bourbon. I think she can do it. We think she can.
Maybe she can.
Kaylee wants it too.
I'll talk to
I'll
her.
put in a couple orders for that one too.
Yeah.
she
same here.
doesn't just do freelance though. So she's doing things where companies have come and said, "I want. Can you formulate?"
We're a company.
I don't want to. I'll be like, "Yeah, let's do this, Kat," and she'll make it. I'll be like, "This is fantastic." Next thing you know, I got a semi truck outside my house honking the horn. Who's unloading all this? You got 18 pallets back here, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, the minimum order was 2,000 cans, you know.
Take
You're like,
big
Dan- Dan'll be
orders.
like,
$100 later.
I'll take two of them. Danny will be
Expensive.
like, I'll take two of those 1,000.
Oh no! I'll take more than that.
All right, let's
I'll-
taste this one.
I'll be like the legend. I'll be buying it by the case.
Case loads of it.
Well, I'll see if I can convince her to do it in her spare time, just
Mhm.
using the company resources. And then if she can formulate it, we can smell it. And if it's good, then we could be like, oh yeah, we'll start this or
Yes.
something. Yeah.
Gift shop.
Put the kid to
Right.
work. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, your kid that doesn't like bourbon, we're like, you'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
wow. She doesn't like bourbon. That's weird to me, but yeah. She likes beer. And
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. Like I said, my son likes Busch Light Apple. Come on.
Danny, you didn't raise that boy right. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Well,
Dan.
apparently
What
you
went
didn't raise
wrong?
your daughter right because
You
you
know.
don't like bourbon. So
You know, my daughter loves beer.
I
She
know.
loves bourbon. My son, his favorite thing is Captain Morgan's.
oh,
Oh, that's bad stuff.
I'm like,
Worse.
I don't like Captain Morgan.
Oh,
Chris, do you like
Cap-
Captain Morgan? Exactly. It's no
she's
good.
not even giving us a reply. She's shaking her head.
No, not at all.
No, I don't like that stuff either. That's
I
bad.
like the what was it? Captain Morgan's tattoo. It was like more of a spiced rum. That one was decent. but regular Captain Morgan's is kind of a no-go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's bad.
I got him to give up Captain Morgan's in lieu of Costco Spice rum.
Costco brand is better. Sometimes it is.
Better,
of
yeah.
course, of
It really
course, of course. Costco once again.
It's better and it's about $8 a bottle cheaper. So, you know,
I think Rick owes you about $10 by now.
Already, yeah, just for this call. Yeah, I'm just implementing a new program. $1 fine for every time someone says Costco. Yeah, this is. I mean, this is good.
Yeah.
It's still very vanilla flavored, still like that vanilla ice
Yeah.
cream. I don't think it got any spicier or anything else opened up at all, but it's
you know,
good.
it's sweet smelling.
Yeah,
And I still get that waffle cone that somebody else mentioned
Right.
earlier.
Right, and that on the back, you know.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this would be great. You know, if you still have that one friend that's like, oh, I don't like that Kentucky hug. I don't like that burn. This is what you could give them. And they'd be
Mhm.
like, yes, I like bourbon now.
They
And then they
should,
go try something else and they're like, oh, this is not like what I tried.
This is very
Right.
different.
they should start making this again and then jump on the like flavored whiskey bandwagon and just put vanilla on it, like Jim Beam.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
still, this is
I'm
vanilla.
surprised they haven't done that, honestly. Everybody else seems to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting.
Way after the end of the finish, it keeps going and going. I almost get cocoa powder. It's not
Cocoa powder.
sweet, but it's almost like cocoa powder.
Seen that.
I would love to ask Jimmy Russell what he was thinking with this one. How did this come about? And
Somebody else's accident.
You'd probably say I didn't have anything to do with that.
he was at the distillery this weekend. I saw signing autographs, which is cool.
I saw somebody post in somebody's group. It was one of the tour guides groups that they added me to. He's like, these guys didn't expect to see Jimmy this week, and he talked to him for 30 minutes. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
I love that because I haven't seen Jimmy or heard from him, and I just love the fact he's feeling good enough to, going up to the distillery. I mean, this guy he's been doing it, what, 67 years now or something crazy.
Mhm.
It's insane. So, yeah.
Yeah. And it's still like absolutely passionate and excited to talk to people. Like, I feel like you get burnt out after a while. He's not. He wants to be there.
No, yeah, that's kind of what keeps him going, right? I mean, he loves
Yeah.
the interaction.
Well, that's one of my life goals is to meet him.
You've never met Jimmy, huh?
Nope.
Oh, that stinks. Neither is
Yeah.
just,
I know.
yeah. Yeah, he is an icon. And I tell you what, if you want to turn yourself into a 5-year-old kid seeing like your favorite baseball player, that's how you do it. You meet somebody like Jimmy Russell.
Yep.
You
It is.
instantly,
It's like
you
when-
instantly are just a child. I'm telling you, it's like,
Yeah, it's like when a kid sees Mickey at Disney, we're just like,
Right.
Jimmy Russell's here today.
yeah. Yeah. He's
That feeling.
that's cool. Wow. Yeah. What a great business though. You got to love it. A guy in his 80s is cool. He's cool. He's a cool dude. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty neat thing for sure. So
definitely. All right, let's jump back into this. The Kings County, the first one we tasted tonight, the
Okay.
really, really flavorful one. We'll give that one
And one
another.
that's like a spice cake in a glass.
yeah.
It is. It still is.
It
Yeah.
smells like spiced old fashioned, like already done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
A lot of clove to this too.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
You know what I kind of get is a Sazerac when it's made right in New Orleans, because I'm getting that licorice, like that absinthe smell
Yeah.
out of
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
you definitely get that. That's part of it. You think how much can that really add? They just they spray like that stuff in there and then they flip it around and stuff. But it absolutely enhances the Sazerac cocktail. It wouldn't be the same without it. You can't not put that in there.
It's amazing how it does. I'm like, they're literally just swirling it, dumping
Right.
it out. But it's not the
Right.
same without it.
All it is a wash.
Yeah.
Or you take
Yeah.
or you take an atomizer and spray the rim.
Yeah. If you go there, I like it when you get the really good bartenders that throw it up in the air. I mean, they throw it way up there. They take that glass and just like spin it and it goes way up in the air and comes down and catch it. Yeah. I was there one time when Royce broke one of their glasses. He set it in the bar too hard and broke it. Well, the guy made him another one. He just went right back to work. He didn't get in
He's
trouble.
like, we're
over
gonna
that.
not worry about that.
No, well, it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, this one is
Because
still
I
just
lo-
like straight up mulled wine and licorice for me on this one.
Mhm.
Mhm.
yeah. Yep.
And like, I don't usually find licorice to be super pleasant, but this is fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a flavor that I look forward to very often.
Yeah. It's got each time you taste it like a different spice there too. So it's got a lot going on.
Like I said, first time was anise. Now I'm picking up clove and
There's cinnamon in there,
cinnamon. Yeah.
cardamom. Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever blended this or did the infusion with the blend, they did a really good job of balancing all those spices out. Nothing overpowers anything else.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mulled Sazerac.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really like having a cocktail without making a cocktail. I really like this.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's like a spice cake in a glass.
Mhm.
It is. It's fantastic.
So that should pair well with a Werther's caramel, like the spice cake icing.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that cream cheese caramel icing.
Mhm.
Be really good.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to this new riff. So I'm kind of interested to see how this new riff is going to taste after that Kings County.
Well,
Yeah.
Like,
unless you're clean your palate, it's not going to taste real good.
yeah, probably drink some water or something.
I'm gonna take some water.
After this one is opened up, we think it smells like jam cake.
Jam cake. Okay.
Or the icing on jam cake.
I can get like, I kind of get like more fruitiness out of it now.
Fruitiness. Yeah, it definitely has changed a little bit
Yeah.
on the nose. It's
Mhm.
evolved. Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, has it changed for you at all?
Not a whole lot. It's just, again, after drinking the Kings County, it's just everything after that seems to be. a
Yeah,
little,
everything else is really muted. It
It's
feels-
Little
subdued. Yeah.
underwhelming.
Everything's
Yeah.
subdued after that one. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. And I think that's my bad because like I like to taste in proof order, but I didn't expect it to be that flavorful.
yeah, having not
Could've been
tasted them
like-
yourself, what can you do? Yeah. there's-
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I should have been like, that one has the most spice, it'll go last. I don't know.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
am
just
usually a new riff fan. This just that dryness on the end is just
Mhm.
really off-putting to me.
Yeah,
as
I
a
get
new riff
that.
fan.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
like-
like.
It just like stops in your mouth and then you're like, oh, my whole mouth feels weird now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely not my favorite. And again, I'm a huge fan, like everybody said here, New Riff. New Riff does a great job. And you got to try things. And again, Tyler says he likes it. So, palates are different too. So that's
Yeah.
that's what's.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend likes it too. Not everything's for everybody. Danny, is it still
Exactly.
decent?
I'm picking up a little bit of a coffee note now.
Coffee. More, but yeah, I get a little coffee too, but more like the grounds because the drying thing
Right.
is like it has the
Yeah, a little
taste
bit
of how
bitter.
I don't eat the grounds, but how they smell, when you,
Mhm.
yeah, it kind of tastes like what that smells like. So yeah,
Right.
a little bit different.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't think that's a good thing. No.
I like how you were describing it. I'm like, okay, is that good or bad?
I don't know that that's a good thing. No. Mhm. I'd like to be more along the lines of the actual coffee, not the grounds. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, are coffee grounds bitter? Because I get a little bit of bitterness.
Yeah.
on the back
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what that is, but
Oh,
And I
nothing-
first thought that maybe that's that dark chocolate coming in on the back end, like the bitterness from that, but I think it is more of a coffee.
Yeah.
on the back.
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Coffee is the one thing that's not in this.
It's the one
Yeah.
thing.
We did not include that, but that's the flavor you got.
Mhm. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, go ahead and taste back through them again if you want to, then we'll do a vote to see what our favorites are.
Okay.
I kind of think I know who the leader is, but we'll vote anyway. So usually like I save part of these samples and like I let Chris try them when I'm done, but now I'm like, I want to finish this one. I'm gonna share with you today. So here you go.
Save the other half of my new riff one and try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, even if I haven't had it.
See, yeah. A
I'm
day
gonna be
later.
like, here's this new riff, you might like it.
It's interesting because there are three spiced whiskeys and they're all very, very different. Not one of these is alike in any way, for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like spiced is such a broad term that everybody put their own definition on it. Like Kings County was like, yes, all the baking spices, we're throwing everything in there.
Mhm.
Wild Turkey was like, here's a vanilla bean, that's a spice. And then New Riff was like, maybe chocolate, a lot of oats. I don't
Yeah.
know.
New Riff is the only one of the three that isn't artificially flavored.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I really respect them for that, but I'm not. It's not my favorite today though.
It's all done with the grains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is one of the special releases, right? The ones that like sell
Yeah.
out in
Oh yeah. Yeah.
5 seconds.
I didn't get a bottle of that. I wish I had.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a vote. Whose favorite was Kings County? 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to. I cannot count, you guys. Okay, 6. All right, whose favorite was the Wild Turkey? Danny. Okay, got one. And then whose favorite was the New Riff? Legend and Tyler. All right. Kings County was an absolute standout.
Yeah. Kings County wins.
I would say for the category, definitely Kings County. As a
Mhm.
bourbon drinker, I would have to go with the New Riff.
Oh,
That
Mhm.
makes
For the,
sense.
for the
Yeah,
category, I think the Kings County definitely is.
Oh, for
Fine,
a
fine.
spice, but out of the three, yeah.
yeah.
I'll
Kings
go
County
there.
spices, but yeah, I will agree. Like New Riff probably still had the most bourbon flavors in it.
yes.
Mhm.
It's true. It's true.
Mhm.
But yeah.
None of them were bad though. Occasionally we have one where we're like, oh, that was an absolute nope. These were all good. They're all
Oh, yeah.
drinkable, all enjoyable.
Yeah.
No drain pour.
No
No,
drink.
thankfully no
It's
drink.
just like so different, and it makes you want to go back to it
Mhm.
because it's so different. It's like, okay, let me see how this is like a week from now or something. Is it going to
Mhm.
change? Because it changed from the first pour to the second pour, the first taste to the
Yeah.
second taste. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really interesting. So I'm going to turn off the recording so anybody who missed it can watch it tomorrow, but we can also hang out, finish our pours, see if they changed any more. But you can always find us on abvnetwork.com. Everything we do is out there. I am on Instagram at McNewABV. Bye, everybody who's watching from home.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.